From concerts to 5Ks, there's always something going on in the old Pueblo.
That's right, and luckily we have a member of the Bobby Rich Morning Mix crew to list us all the things that's going on. Miss G, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. How are you guys?
Oh my gosh, thankfully.
Friday, it's wonderful. And
the weekend is finally here.
That's right. And what can we expect this weekend in Tucson?
Rain. And I'm getting
Already
that
right
from
now.
April Madison.
My hair was telling me that, I thought. This
Hello, I've got that going on too. Actually, you know, a lot of people are going back to school. We've got a lot of kids going back to school. TUSD started on Thursday, so there's probably going to be all that last minute shopping. So if you're anywhere near a mall or near a Walmart and you're going, why is it so crazy? This is why.
Yes.
All the parents are walking around
Just going nuts.
on cloud nine.
I kind of like that time, though. When I was younger, I always look forward to that. Just all the smells of the school supplies. I don't know if that's weird,
No,
but I loved it.
it's
Like
not
the reams
weird.
of paper and the erasers. I was that kid.
You know, I like all those things too until you become a parent and
You gotta
you're
pay for 'em.
responsible for paying
Right.
for it.
expensive.
Suddenly it's not as much fun. So it's kind of light this weekend as far as things to do in town. There are several things to do. Of course, we've got all of our great farmers markets that we always have in Tucson. And of course, the streetcar opened last weekend. And so
right.
it's very cool because now it's been here a week.
Oh,
And
wait a second.
what?
There's one little thing.
Now, Mrs. G, you and I were on the streetcar
We were.
last Friday, matter of fact.
Thank you
right?
for being my witness that I did actually make it onto the streetcar.
I saw you right before we got on. We rode to the first stop. I saw you outside. And then, Mrs. G, I didn't see you again.
I was on the phone doing a report on the radio, and I was very excited because I was on the streetcar. I
was
one
fun.
of the first people to ride it.
Yeah.
We were on before the mayor was, and I was describing the scene, and the next thing I knew, I looked up and the doors were locked, and I was
No.
not standing inside.
Yeah, and I remember
So-
I was driving somewhere and I heard you on the radio, and I just remember you yelling at Bobby Rich, "I'm not on the thing, I can't believe it." And I just hear the little bell going off on the side, and I said, "Poor Mrs. G."
Yes, and so I was on the west side of I-10 at that point in Congress.
Mercado.
Yes,
Wow.
and so I walked to 5th and 8th to get in my car and go home.
That's some
So
exercise.
you don't have to do that because the nice part is it's running like every 20 minutes and 30 minutes
Right.
in most areas downtown now. So that's very cool. And it's $4 for a 24-hour pass. So you can go check that out, ride around, check out some of the restaurants, maybe go down Sunday night and catch a concert at the
Ooh, yeah.
Rialto Theater. They've got Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Los Lonely Boys.
That'll be a fun
Oh,
show.
nice.
Yes, and Gabriel Sullivan. It is an all-ages show on Sunday nights. Doors open at 6. 6:45 is when the show will actually begin. But those are three great, you know.
Oh, yeah,
groups
if you
to
love
go and
music,
catch. Oh yeah,
Tucson's the
absolutely.
place downtown, right?
Mrs. G will help you not get left. on the
Yes,
streetcar, right?
I'm telling you. I
just
guess it
tips.
shows up every 20 or 30 minutes. Once it was running officially.
And I've noticed, and it does run regularly. I drive through where it starts by UAMC every day, and it's right there. So
Okay.
even if somebody will be right back to pick you up.
That's right. They'll be by sooner or later to get you. You don't have to do the walk of shame like I did.
And again,
So-
may go on record as the longest walk of shame ever, Mrs. Grant.
Thank you very much. It was so much
You
fun.
got to work out in for the day.
That's right.
I did. And then I played soccer later that night. Cool summer nights at desert museums. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
Okay, so it's
Enlighten
something
us.
that they allow you to do on the weekend at night, Saturday nights from 5 to 10. They say when it's cooler, that's when all the desert animals come out anyway. So that's the time that you want to be there. And obviously with this weekend, with the rain, it's probably going to be really nice. So yeah, it's open from 5 to 10. It gives you a different perspective on the park. Take your kids and just kind of have a good time, check out all the animals.
I must qualify as a desert animal because I only come out when it's cooler
what-
too. I don't.
And when you said summer nights, I was like, does it have something to do with Greece? I hope
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's-
I
That's the
wish,
first thought.
right?
Maybe the animals sing.
Yes, no, I wish that were the case. That is
isn't a cartoon,
not
is
the
it?
case at all.
Next time.
Next life.
Have you guys ever been down to Apple Annie's?
I have not. No, I've been meaning to for the longest time. I heard it's such a nice
I've heard wonderful
experience.
things about that.
Okay, so they have the orchard, and then they also have a produce area. So you can, the produce area, they usually do like all their vegetables, the pumpkins when it's pumpkin season kind of thing. Well, right now it's peach season.
Ooh, one of
So
my
if you are a
favorites.
fan of peaches, they also, you know, have Asian pears and they have apples and all that kind of thing. It's a fun little day trip. You go down to Wilcox. It's a little cooler there.
Right.
And you
If
can
you have
pick your
kids,
own
the
fruit.
kids
Oh,
probably love it,
kids
right?
love
They get creative with it.
Absolutely.
They're really proud of the ones that they choose.
And growing up in the Midwest, picking fruit that's pretty common
Yeah.
for growing up for me. So that's something that's fun that you can do. It's a little out of the ordinary here
Yeah.
in Tucson.
Oh yeah, and they've got a grill there, and they do applewood burgers
Oh, man.
that are just amazing. So we kind of make a day of it when we go down with the kids,
Yeah.
and it's just, and they get to pick all their produce, and they love to pick vegetables to make their own salsa. It's like, okay, let's do the whole farm to table thing with the kids. It's actually a lot of fun.
Well, and that's great for kids too, to get them into the spirit of eating healthy.
Yes.
I mean, because you're out there, you're picking your own fruit and vegetables, and then you kind of have a stake in what you're doing, and it's that much more fun.
Hunters and gatherers, right? That's what we're turning back to.
I love it. And if you want to do something with the kids also, the Gaslight Theater always has great shows running. Right now they're running Ghost Blasters and I Ain't Afraid of No Jokes. Oh, that's the parody thing that they're doing at the Gaslight Theater, and you can check out showtimes there online.
Always fun at the Gaslight.
wonderful, yeah.
And for you sports fans, Arizona Wildcat football camp opens on Saturday. First game not till the 29th of August, but
they're practicing.
That's right. It's August now.
It's around the corner.
We're in the month.
August 1st.
It's going to be a great season. I can feel it.
That's right. So, you know, we can get on that path as well, but it sounds like all kinds of fun stuff to do. I like that going down to Wilcox. Tucson is wonderful, but every once in a while, just a nice day trip, like you said.
Yeah.
Nice to get out of town just for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Beat the heat, pick some apples. Mrs. G, thank you so much. Always appreciate it.
Always great being here, guys.
Thank you, Mr. J.
You can listen to the Bobby Rich Morning Mix every weekday morning on 94.9 MIXfm, Tucson's at-work station. To find out more, just head over to MIXfm.com.
And we're happy to mention your event during the next Pasa segment. Just send us an email with all the information to Pasa@TucsonMorningBlend.com.
It's Friday, and we're going to introduce you to this week's Ben's Bells recipient.
Meet Steve Seidel of Merle's Automotive and this week's Ben's Bellies. He was nominated by Sheila McGinnis for his years of volunteer work with the University of Arizona's annual charitable event. Steve donates supplies for breakfast and lunch and provides the volunteers with a delicious barbecue meal while they serve, rain or shine. Steve has not missed this event in the past 5 years, often being the first to arrive and set up with a smile on his face.
You can read more about the Ben's Bells recipient in tomorrow's Arizona Daily Star.
Coming up on the Morning Blend, we'll see the Sands of Tucson is up to for the big event coming up.
Plus, we'll find out what you might be doing wrong if your child's been diagnosed with ADHD. That's right after this.